Before you buy another sewing tool, pause. Most beginners don't struggle because they don't have enough supplies. They struggle because no one showed them the small things that make sewing easier. Today I'm sharing 10 simple hacks using things you may already have at home so you can sew more confidently without feeling overwhelmed. Because sewing should feel achievable, not frustrating. Hack 1. A toothbrush for lint around feed dogs. One of the most frustrating beginner moments is when your stitches suddenly look messy even though you didn't change anything. A simple dry toothbrush can fix this. Unplug your machine and remove the needle plate carefully. Gently brush around the feed dogs. Don't dig, just sweep. The real problem: beginners experience skipped stitches, uneven feeding, strange machine sounds, fabric not moving smoothly. They assume, I threaded it wrong. I'm bad at this. My machine is broken. What's actually happening is lint builds up under the needle plate and around the feed dogs. That lint blocks the teeth that move fabric forward. When fabric doesn't feed evenly, stitches bunch, seams wobble, tension looks off. What this hack solves: a toothbrush removes buildup that affects stitch consistency. It restores smooth feeding, even tension, and quieter machine operation. Another example: if your machine suddenly sounds louder than usual, lint could be sitting inside. Cleaning it regularly keeps your stitches consistent and your machine happier. Tip: if you see a big clump of lint, lift it out, but don't smear it around. Hack 2. Kitchen sponge for pins. Pins everywhere is one of the fastest ways to feel overwhelmed. They roll, disappear, and end up on the floor. Then you're sewing distracted because you're worried about stepping on one. A dry kitchen sponge makes an instant pin cushion. Push the pin straight in and keep it next to your machine. The real problem: pins scattered across the table, fall on the floor, get lost, create safety risks, and add visual clutter. Beginners already feel unsure, and a visual mess amplifies that feeling. What's actually happening is pins are lightweight and roll easily. They scatter, they flip, and they get lost. The issue isn't organization, it's lack of containment. Because there's nothing holding them in place, your workspace becomes visually chaotic. What this hack solves: a sponge keeps pins contained and visible. It prevents accidental needle plate damage from bent pins, reduces anxiety, keeps workflow smooth. Organization equals fewer interruptions. Here's another situation this helps. If you're working in a small space, you don't have room for a bulky cushion. A sponge sits flat, stays stable, and holds more pins than you expect. Safety note: if a pin bends, throw it away and don't reuse it. Some beginners reuse bent pins, but it causes skipped stitches. Remember to click the subscribe button for more beginner-friendly sewing tips and tutorials. Hack 3. Damp washcloth before pressing. Have you ever pressed a seam and it just refuses to lay flat? You press harder and move the iron back and forth and it still looks wrinkled? That's because dry heat alone sometimes isn't enough. Fabric fibers relax when they're slightly damp. So lay a damp washcloth but not dripping over your fabric and press gently. Let it cool flat. The real problem: many beginners press seams and they still look puffy, wrinkled, and uneven. They assume, I'm not good at pressing, but dry heat alone doesn't relax fibers properly. What's actually happening is cotton fibers respond to moisture plus heat. Without moisture, fabric resists flattening and seams won't hold shape. What this hack solves: the damp cloth introduces controlled moisture. It releases stubborn wrinkles, sets seams flatter, and makes projects look more professional. Pressing properly is what separates homemade from clean. Another example: if your hem keeps looking bulky or uneven, moisture can help it flatten more evenly. Pressed seams are what make beginner projects look professional. Tip: press, don't iron back and forth. Many beginners drag the iron, which warps or misshapes the fabric. Hack 4. Dinner plate for large curves. Many beginners often end up with slightly jagged edges, and that makes sewing curves stressful. So grab a dinner plate and trace around it. Cut slowly. perfect curves with no specialty ruler required, and sew gently. The real problem, freehand curves often look jagged, uneven, and slightly crooked. Some beginners then struggle to sew them smoothly. Uneven cutting leads to puckering, mismatched corners, or fabric bunching. What's actually happening is freehand cutting causes small hand shifts. Curves wobble and edges become uneven. The problem isn't sewing, it's inconsistent cutting guidance. What this hack solves: the plate creates a consistent curved shape. It ensures balanced seams, smooth sewing lines, and that corners are aligned. Clean cutting reduces sewing frustration later. Here's another example. If you're rounding pillow corners to make them look more professional, this trick keeps your corners the same on both sides by using something already in your kitchen. Tip: if your curve looks slightly uneven, don't panic. Sewing smooths it out and reduces perfection anxiety. Hack 5. How to keep thread tails from getting pulled under. Taping the thread tails keeps them from getting pulled underneath the fabric at the start of the seam, helping prevent tangles and messy stitches. The real problem: when many beginners start sewing a seam, the thread tails at the back often get pulled under, tangle underneath, create a small thread nest, and make the first stitches messy. So they think, my machine is acting up, my tension is wrong. But sometimes it's just loose thread tails getting caught. What's actually happening is, at the start of a seam, the feed dolls pull fabric forward, loose thread tails get dragged under, and the thread twists together. This creates messy stitches at the beginning of a seam. What this hack solves: before sewing, pull both thread tails gently toward the back. Place a small piece of tape lightly over them on the machine bed. Start sewing, then remove the tape after a few stitches. This keeps the threads from getting pulled under. Tip: only use a tiny piece of tape, just enough to hold the threads in place without sticking to the fabric. Hack 6. Laundry detergent cap for trim threads. Instead of thread bits covering your table, keep a laundry detergent cap beside your machine. Trim, drop, and continue sewing. Small container prevents becoming overwhelmed. The real problem: thread trimmings scatter everywhere. Visually, it looks messy. Mentally, it feels chaotic. That chaos shows momentum, creates distraction, and makes sewing feel out of control. What's actually happening is, trim threads fall and build up. They stick to the fabric and they clutter your space. Visual clutter creates distraction. What this hack solves: a small containment system keeps the workspace tidy. A clean surface improves focus, reduces overwhelm, and supports longer sewing sessions. Beginners quit faster in messy environments. If you're filming or sewing for longer sessions, containment keeps your workspace from spiraling out of control. Small systems prevent big messes. Tip: thread buildup near your needle can affect stitching. Be sure to check for lint buildup periodically. Hack 7. Measuring cup to hold bobbins. Bobbins love to roll away. A clear measuring cup keeps them contained and visible. You can keep it beside your machine where nothing disappears. The real problem: bobbins roll off tables. They're mixed with full and empty. They get lost. Using a wrong bobbin mid-project can disrupt tension and change stitch appearance. Beginners often don't understand why bottom stitches look different. What's actually happening is, loose bobbins move and mix. They roll, thread loosens, and colors get confused. Disorganization causes interruptions. What this hack solves: clear containment creates visibility, thread color separation, and fewer interruptions. Interruptions break confidence. Here's another example. Clear storage reduces decision fatigue, and decision fatigue is what overwhelms beginners. Tip: always match your bobbin thread to your top thread when possible. Many beginners forget this. Okay, let's see if you can guess what this is used for. Stick around and you'll see. Hack 8. A sheet of paper to check straight cuts. A sheet of paper helps you quickly check whether your fabric cut is actually straight. The real problem, fabric can be cut slightly off without beginners noticing. Even small angle shifts can cause edges not to match, make seams twist, and create uneven corners. Many beginners often blame their stitching when the cut was uneven. What's actually happening is, if fabric is cut slightly off, edges won't align and seams can twist. What this hack solves. Printer paper has perfectly straight factory cut edges. When you place it along your fabric, you instantly see if your cut is drifting. You can trim slightly before sewing and you correct the issue early. Straight cutting makes straight sewing easier. Always check all sides before you cut, not just one end. A cut can start straight and drift slightly toward the bottom, so checking the full edge prevents that surprise later. Hack 9. Paper grocery bag. Before you sew real fabric, practice on a paper grocery bag. Draw lines and sew slowly. Focus on guiding, not speed. It helps you practice without wasting fabric. The real problem, many beginners are afraid to practice on real fabric. Fear causes hesitation, a tight grip, jerky speed control. That tension creates crooked seams and uneven stitching. What's actually happening is, practicing on real fabric adds pressure. Movements become tense and mistakes feel costly. Fear slows learning. What this hack solves. Paper removes pressure. It builds hand control, encourages slow sewing, and teaches fabric guidance skills. Confidence improves dramatically when fear decreases. Here's another example. If you're struggling with controlling curves, draw curved lines on the paper and practice following them. Paper doesn't stretch and it doesn't shift. It forces you to control the movement instead of letting fabric move freely, and when you feel less afraid of ruining your fabric, your stitching improves. Tip: watch the edge of the curve on the paper, not the needle. Hack 10. Hair straightener flat iron for small seams. For narrow seams or small areas, a hair straightener on low heat can press tiny sections easily. Test on a scrap first while using gentle pressure. It's perfect for small beginner projects. The real problem, some beginners skip pressing small seams because setting up an ironing board feels like too much, and it feels inconvenient. Skipping pressing leads to bulky edges, uneven hems, and amateur-looking finishes. What's actually happening is, large irons spread heat too widely. Fabric shifts and small seams are hard to control. The issue is lack of consistent heat. What this hack solves. A flat iron makes pressing small areas easy. When pressing is easier, beginners actually do it. Seams look cleaner and projects look intentional. Pressing transforms sewing quality. Here's another example. If you're sewing a small opening closed after turning your project right side out, a flat iron helps press that tiny folded edge cleanly before stitching is shut. Safety reminder. Always test on scrap fabric first and never use high heat on synthetic materials, which are man-made like polyester, nylon, acrylic, and spandex. This makes small details much easier to control when used correctly. This is for small seams only, not full projects. Bonus hack, a paper towel roll for fabrics. If your fabric or smaller pieces keep getting messy, wrinkled, or hard to manage, this simple household item can help. You can use a paper towel roll to neatly store fat quarters, which are 21 inches by 18 inches, and medium-sized scrap fabric, so you can see what you have at a glance without digging through piles, and also to prevent deep creases. Lay your fabric flat, then place a paper towel roll at one end. Roll the fabric around it gently, place a rubber band around it, and store upright in a basket or bin. You don't need more tools right now. You need confidence, consistency, and a calm sewing rhythm. So start with what you have and build skill first, then upgrade later, because small daily stitches lead to big wins. If you're at a point where you're realizing it's not about having more random tools, but about having the machine that feels consistent and steady, that's exactly why I personally recommend the heavy-duty 6380 sewing machine. It's beginner friendly, strong, and handles thicker fabrics without fighting you. If you're curious about it, I've linked it below so you can take a look and see if it's a good fit for where you are right now. No pressure, just an option when you're ready.